Hey everybody, welcome back to some more Blacksmith Master. Glad you guys are enjoying the first episode. I'm going to go ahead and get a second episode out for you guys just so you don't have to wait too long between them. I'll try to release episodes every 2 to 3 days. I didn't like to do it for each series. But if you guys do enjoy this one, please let me know, leave a like, comment. You guys know the engagement helps. Otherwise, let's go ahead and jump in. We can see that we are on day 7. We're going to go to the next day. Ideally, we want to get the shop up and running. So that is going to be my goal for this episode. Maybe we'll get a little bit further. I don't know. We'll see. But let's go ahead and hit the start next day. We got an exclamation point down here saying, hey, we got some research we can unlock. But like I said, we were focusing on the store. So that is what we're going to do. So we got people running. We got our assistant. He's going to go ahead and help us get some of these orders fulfilled. We have a couple different orders down here. We've got the mace, we got the clubs, and we've got the tankards. So that is what we're doing. I'm going to turn the music up just a little bit because I think I turned it down a little too much in the last episode. So just in case, we're just going to notch it up there a little bit. There we go. I think that's pretty good. All right. So yeah, everyone's getting back to work. We're going to let everyone we're going to fast forward. We have our blue, what are these guys called? Researchers? I'm going to call them researchers for now. That's not the proper name in the game, but it works for now. But let these guys do this, and then I'll skip ahead and show you guys when we have something new to do. Okay, so a couple different things to show you guys. We completed our mace order, so it is time to select another. We have another mace order we can do down here for 3,200, or we can get some flail decorations for our blacksmith, or, you know, a new floor type. But I think right now, we're not going to focus on these just because we can't. We're going to choose the maces. We want some more money. We'll do that. Next, we do have a level up for Christiana? Yeah, I think so. And then we're just going to go and put points in design just because we create more design points and we can upgrade our blueprints, getting more of these lovely research points up here. So I think what I need to do is I actually need to unlock both of these because I think you have to unlock both paths or all paths leading to the research to get it. So, we can unlock this one. It'll turn green. We can see that it leads to these, and we can now unlock this one. But now we need to get research for the 4th hiring option. So we have an extra cart, so we can do more offers. I think, maybe. I don't see a cart, so maybe it's not present until the next day, right? You get one more merchant offer slot. So maybe we get more here. No, here we go. So let's go ahead and select the axes. We'll create the axes, and the cart shows up. Perfect. We completed the maces, so we're going to need to use our design points or unlock some of these recipes that we are unable to do. We get a new blueprint, so maybe this is what will lead us to it. Go and take a look at our blueprints here. And we want to select something, let's see, utensils, ingots, weapons. I'm not seeing anything new. Oh, nope, here we go, new blueprint. All right, cool. So we want to see butcher knife, metal scoop, or grill fork. I don't think we have any of these other ones. I think there actually is a longbow. Let's take a look at our orders here and make sure we want to unlock something that will be beneficial. So we have the cleavers or the grill fork. I'm going to go for the cleavers. That's a lot of money, and we get some new things. So let's go ahead and unlock that blueprint here. New blueprints, butcher knife, and there we go. Awesome. So now we have 30 points we can use. We can't upgrade anything at the moment. That's fine. Let's go ahead and select our new slot here. And now we'll start working on cleavers. So we got 4 different things we can work on at the moment. We do have a lot of blacksmiths kind of going to work. Eventually, we're going to probably want to expand this out and get even more, which I might do. We have a lot of orders that need to be done, and not enough workers honestly get it done in a day. I kind of want to have these orders done in a day, but I don't know. I might try to expand this out. We'll see how it ends. I'm hoping we can get a level for this guy because he can't carry as much as the blacksmiths are putting in, and we'll definitely have that issue once we expand the blacksmith out a little bit more. I kind of like this layout right now. It kind of works well. I'm not entirely sure what the best layout's going to be. We're going to have to toy with it, but right now, I think we're good. We have 9,500 gold, so I think I am going to expand, and I'll kind of show you guys what that process looks like. Okay, so for right now, I think I'm going to kind of do like an L shape at the moment, and then we'll have our blacksmith kind of go back through here, or maybe we have like a research bench back here, or even have the research room like off to the side here, and that way we can have our merchant up front, or even kind of expand it like that. Yeah, I think I like that. We'll have kind of not roofs, but walls like that for right now. And of course, we need to take these down, but I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to do this. So, we have maybe, I don't know. Maybe we have a research and like staff area back here. And then we'll have our blacksmith go this way and maybe push. Well, actually, no, I don't think I like that either because, well, no, we can have the storefront go this way. But I don't know if there's enough depth to it. Play with this for a second. Okay, so I've kind of thought about it, just kind of bring you guys in as I'm doing things. I've kind of made a room here for the researchers. So, the research benches. We're going to put them on this wall right here. And then it's just kind of like a side room. They can come in and out as they so please. So they can either come to the market area or the store area and then come through here. And I'm thinking like this is a storage area for all of our materials and things. Once again, I don't want to leave them too far away because they have to get the materials of the forges. But then again, we're going to be able to get assistance to do that. And then the blacksmiths can kind of focus on staying in their area. So I think right now that's kind of what I'm planning on doing. I moved the door around, the door around, just kind of make everything look kind of nice and tidy. I'll probably paint the walls a little bit. You got all kinds of options here with the upper walls and lower walls and stuff like that. We can have upper walls like that or have them interior. We can change it to be wood if we really wanted to, so on and so forth. So there's many things you can do in this game in terms of customization. You just got to start unlocking the stuff, and that's what doing the objectives are. So I'm going to play with this a little bit. We'll kind of move things around and I kind of bring you guys, like I said, in and out as I'm doing things. Okay, I actually added this nice kind of stone patio for our workers. So like, when they're not doing anything, they kind of come out here, enjoy the fresh air. Kind of being locked up in the blacksmith with all the smoke and stuff. Probably be nice to like, if you take a break, get a nice refresher, have a nice view of the seaside down here. So yeah, I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool. Maybe we'll make like before, because there are stairs. Maybe we can make an a one on top of the building. Maybe have like an outdoor patio or something like that, just so you can get some fresh air. But I'm gonna go ahead and kind of spruce the place up. Get some of these black smith floors down. It's kind of like a stone patio out here. I may change it to maybe wood or something. I don't know. I guess the wood's not that bad. We'll do wood for right now, and we'll have the stone for the blacksmith area. It's a very large area, but I feel like it needs to be a large area. And then we'll have like this as the research area, and we'll expand it out if we need to. We got still some slots, and of course, we can build up eventually. But for right now, I think this is pretty decent. And of course, we want to make sure that we have our floors consistent through our shop. So we'll have that so that people aren't working on stone on the outside. And I do want to change the outside walls just a little bit. I know this is a lot of expansion, but we have a lot of money, so I'm kind of okay doing that. But like I said, we maybe get some more storage here. I want to move this around. Maybe have like the storage back here. Maybe we'll have some assistants come and help us out and move those things around. Right now, I may kind of have them close by, but we'll see. I'm going to try to figure out how to reorganize this, and I'll show you guys what I've come up with once I'm done with it. Okay, so here's kind of the layout that I've gone with. I've got 2 more forges here, and then 2 more anvils, and then of course 2 more quenchers. So I'm going to move this stuff back just because I'm not going to hire a bunch of assistants right now. I'm going to see how kind of the flow of things are going, but we're going to move this back over here just so they don't have to walk too far to get storage. And I've got plenty of room to work with our smithy. If I need to change things around, I will, but for right now, I'm pretty happy with this. Our woodworker is kind of in the middle here. He's kind of looking down and just kind of working on his stuff. But anyone who comes in the shop, they can kind of see, hey, look, wow, we can see back in what they're doing. I don't know. Like I said, I think that's a really cool thing. The storage chest is just here just because it's easy to get to. This may change. And honestly, we may have to move all this stuff back later on. I don't know. This feels kind of small for the shop front, but I don't know the extent of how much is needed. I would say it would actually kind of be cool to maybe have a small wall here, to be honest. Maybe you can see like what the researchers are doing. Granted, they're trying to work in privacy, so maybe that's a little too much, but you can have a wall here, so we'll see. Let's take that out first. There we go. And then you have like the wall that we have similar. Oh no, actually we can't. Can we not do that? Oh no, because I didn't actually select that. So you kind of have that, kind of see what the researchers are working on if you really wanted to. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of as a kid when I went to all these kind of different places like the glass shops that I mentioned last episode, and I just kind of sat there and watched in amazement of like these craftsmen doing their trade. So I don't know. I think I like that idea. We may leave it right now. I don't know. Let me know what you think down below. I'm kind of leaving it like that for right now, but otherwise, you can kind of just walk in here and see what these guys are working on and see the tricks of the trade. So let's go ahead and hit play. We're going to let them kind of work on everything here. Like I said, I do want to get another blacksmith, I think, to help out with this. We don't really need anyone doing wood, but actually, you know what? We probably want to focus on someone who has wood. Let's go ahead and see. We see that's negative on wood. That's negative on anvil. That's negative on furnace. Granted, we may not necessarily need the furnace all the time. You are more of the design oriented. You are a carpenter, so you know what? We'll go with a new carpenter. We'll pay you. We'll go click on you, and we'll say, focus on the wood items. You'll help out our other guy. And you know what that means? We're going to need to go ahead and get probably another wood bench down. So what I'm going to do here is going to move kind of this stuff off to the side. We'll have them kind of even down here in the middle. Go ahead and get another craft bench here. There it is, carpentry. And we'll say, that down the middle? Yeah, right there's the middle. So we'll have that. And then we'll have kind of the wood back here where they can easily get to it. Not going to put that too far behind them. Let's go ahead and get another wood storage pile just in case. And then we'll just say, hey, let's put some wood in there. Go ahead and restock all the way. I feel pretty confident we have plenty of money. We are down at 3,600 from our 8,000, 9,000 that we started with before I started this whole entire process. But we're going to complete these orders a little bit faster. Of course, we're not working on a single bit of wood at the moment, so everyone's kind of getting to work and helping out where they can. Some are slower than others, but it's a-okay. Now, we're probably going to want another storage chest. I might do that just so everyone's not crowding around the same chest. So we'll go ahead and say, we'll put one here. And what I want to know, out of curiosity, can I tell them what to put in the chest? I think we tried this last episode. No, I can't. That would be a good feature to put in for the devs, saying, hey, you know, I want things to go in this chest. I want things to go in that chest. I think that'd be kind of cool. And speaking of the devs, they have been really active on updating this game, at least getting some of the bug fixes. So that is always a good sign to see for these early access games. So if you want to support them, go check the game out. Like I said, I got the link down below for Steam. So we've got a level up here. The orc for our design, of course, if he is going to focus on helping us design, we're going to go and do that. Go and put points in it. He can do smithing if he really wants to, but like I said, we're just going to focus on design at the moment. I'm pretty sure you're working on design. Yep, you are. So good. They're in here just hanging out with us. All right, so what do we want to upgrade first? Well, what are we working on? Oh, there's our first day done, or not our first day, but an 8th day done. Of course, we didn't make too much profit, but we do know we invested in a lot, so that is fine. Some workers are still busy. That's a-okay. Let's go back to our blueprints. So what are we still working on? Well, we got 40 cleavers we need to work on. We have 36 maces, so, you know, 31 maces left, and we got some hand axes. I mean, we can... Those hand axes? Yeah, let's go and upgrade those. That'd be good. And then we have, of course, another new upgrade to our assistant, which is going to be awesome. They can carry more. Now we can go and upgrade. I'm going to put a point in speed just so they're a little bit quicker. And then we have 1 point in this so they can carry 4. Yeah, I think that's good. Because they're already 20% faster, so we don't need to invest in a lot. But I'm going to go invest just a little bit so they're moving back and forth just that much quicker. All right, so I think that is all for this day. We have a complete redesign of our shop. These guys are hanging out in the new pavilion that I made them. I don't know, I think I like it. Granted, these guys are kind of just not facing the water, but I couldn't find a way to make that work unless I need to push this back. Because I don't think I can build down to this area right here. At least yeah. So that's as max we can go. We could probably push this back and then have it go across. Might do that. I don't know. We're going to need more employees anyway. We have full benches. Actually, we have 1 bench free. So we'll have to be careful what we do. But yeah, once we get the ability to use stairs, that's going to help our area square footage use of area. I don't know, one of those terms that we can use to get this a little bit more, I don't know, space efficient. So let's go and start the next day and see what's next on the agenda. We're once again just going to be focused on these blueprints over here. These guys are getting in line to get all their iron and get to work. So I'm going to let them do that. And once we have some new stuff to work on, I'll come back to you guys. Okay, so we got a couple different things. We've completed one of our contracts, so the tankard is done. And now we need to work on either some axes or some clubs. I'm going to work on the axes just because we do have more invested in to our iron making. So let's go ahead and do the axes. And then I also want to go ahead and go down here. And we will have 4 candidates when hiring. So let's go and unlock that. Yep, we will use some of our blue ones. And now we can unlock the stores. So once we have 125 either of the blue emblems or the silver emblems, what are they called? Common quality? They're just kind of called points, aren't they? Oh, I'm going to call them emblems. I kind of like that. So we need 125 emblems total. And then, of course, we can do the more offers, but I think we're just going to focus on getting the store because that was my goal for this episode. So let them get back to work. If there's anything I need to refill or do, yeah, I'll handle it. But otherwise, we're going to complete some more of these contracts. And as always, I'll bring you guys back. I think one thing I'm going to try, to hire another assistant. I think I'm going to hire one that can help get things to our blacksmiths. So this is a pretty good assistant right here. 3 on carrying and 3 on speed. I'm just going to go and pick them. I think they're pretty decent. So let's go and do that. 3. And I want them to transfer ingots. So what is wrong with this? What is wrong? Carries ingots constantly from a source unknown, destination unknown. Edit. I want them to carry it from this. There is no other selectable ingot storage with the same ingot type. And so, okay, so they only carry. Oh, I see. So you still have to have one nearby, but if you can have one that's in your stock and then kind of carry it and stock it up, I guess. Oh, we have warehouse. Oh, okay, that's new. I knew there was going to be ways we can get ingots, so we don't need that just yet, though. I see. Restock raw resources, craft ingots. Ah, okay, so I want this, but that's not something we can do just yet. Enable smelting ores into ingots using smelter. No, not really what I'm looking for. Iron mine, discounted ores, elite workers boost, 2nd floor, racks, extra carts, copper mine, advanced metalworking. Huh. So I wonder what the assistants are for. I thought they could help us forge because there seemed like there was a way for him to take away the forging job, but maybe I am completely wrong in that. Because transferring ingots is from only storage to the warehouse to here, but those are just, huh. So I guess we'll stop buying this stuff eventually. We'll have a storage where we can smelt it and then we can move them between areas, maybe. Huh, okay. Well, we have another assistant that can help us with transferring items, I guess. So we'll have that. But for, I mean, it's not really needed, but I mean, it's something. So yeah, I mean, this guy's gonna go kind of do his own thing for a little bit. Same with her, but, huh. Okay, well, I misunderstood what I was supposed to use those guys for, but it's okay. We'll eventually need them, and when we get the storefront, hopefully they can help us out with that as well. Okay, so we completed another job. We completed the 36 out of 36 mace job, so we get 3,280. So we'll grab that. Now we get a new floor type, but we can't unlock that just yet. So I think I'm gonna actually get our woodworkers on something. Let them do something for once. We also have a couple upgrades here. We have the kitchen knife, the tankard, and the iron goblet. We're not really working on any of those, but if we look at our orders, oh, and I can't look at the ones available. Oh, no, I can. Awesome. So we have the knives. We're just going to say we'll upgrade the knives because that is a order that we can do. We got some extra blue emblems from that. And then we'll hopefully get some better upgrades sooner rather than later. So we want the store, like I said, so we can make some extra money that way. We'll also eventually get super workers, which would be great when we have to start laying off some people. And then we also unlocked the Oak Forest, which is one of the new locations, I believe. And we also got an achievement, craft 500 items. Wow. That doesn't seem like it, but I mean, with the high numbers that we're working with now, I can totally see it. So I'm gonna get back to work. Hopefully we'll get the store unlocked soon. We have 14 and 31. We need 125. I'm not entirely sure what the ratio between them are. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but maybe we'll figure that out once we actually have the ability to unlock it. One thing I did is I accidentally destroyed our sign and we never got it back. So we're gonna rename it back to Blacksmith Master. But once again, if you guys have a suggestion for a name, I would gladly try to put your suggestion in the game. So same with if you want to be one of our blacksmiths or assistants, please let me know down below. We'll gladly add you. So there we go, Blacksmith Master. The sign is back, and then we also made 4,900 in profit today. So very good, even with all the income that we have, or wages that we have to pay our workers. We also have someone that can level up. We have Arabella, who is now level 4. So what are we going to do for Arabella? Well, we're just going to, of course, focus on their smithing because we want to make even more. So we'll just do that. Confirm. Their wage is 104. Pretty happy with that. So days ended. Start the next day. Got a couple more orders. These are going by really slow, so I really probably need to focus on getting some more blacksmiths. Like, you know, they can grab these ingots pretty quickly, but, you know, there's stations that can be used that are not empty. There's no lines that we're having to worry about or anything like that. So I think we should add a couple more blacksmiths, which mean, well, we're gonna have to expand our little pergola here. At least that's what I think it is. Actually, are they getting rained on? Or is this an actual roof? I think they're not getting rained on. I think there's a roof here. At least I hope so. Can I tell? Okay, yeah, they're not getting rained on. There's no rain coming up from under here, which is great. Yeah, okay, so there's definitely a roof there. There's no rain. Let's go ahead and expand this out just a tad. We want to go ahead and grab our walls. And then once again, I want to get just that one right there. We'll delete this one. And then we will get the nice fence there. I can actually click on it. There we go. Of course, we want the floor. And we'll put that there. Perfect. And I'm not gonna cut everything. You know, I want you guys to see the process. I think when we were doing the demo, that was a request saying, hey, I kind of like to see your process of decorating. So yeah, I'm gonna try to leave some of it in, some of it out, just because I do know it takes some time. But right now, there we go. We got 2 more benches for people to come hang out on, so they come and chill. You know, actually, we have some decorations we can work with, don't we? Let's get some plants out here. I think that would be kind of cool. We'll have, like, you know, just like a lattice wall, like on this post right there. That's kind of nice looking. What about on here? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. Yeah, let's go ahead and decorate a little bit, and I'll kind of show you guys what I come up with. Okay, so there's kind of our little outdoor area. I think it's kind of nice. I think it's a little tight. I think we could have maybe one more section here eventually. Or like I said, we'll probably build something better on top of the roof when we get there. But right now, I think it's kind of nice. It doesn't really do anything mechanically for the game, but hey, at least our workers will have a nice place to sit while they're waiting to do something. So I could definitely add in some more, you know, candles in here. You know, it's kind of bare bones. I'm not going to lie. We probably should do a little bit more work, but for the meantime, it's fine. Also, I think I actually want to get rid of these because I don't necessarily, how do I get rid of them? Do I just click on it and then say stash or sell? Yeah, let's sell those because I actually really like these lanterns a little bit better. I think those are really nice looking, especially when we go back over here to our like little pergola outdoor area and have them on the outside. I don't know. I just think that looks really nice. And of course, these guys are kind of working in the dark. I kind of feel bad. Probably should have, you know, a couple of candles in here just so it's not like they're working in a dungeon. I feel kind of bad just having that the way it is. So I think right now, I think that's pretty good. I would say we have like a candelabra or a torch in here if we really want to, but maybe we have like a candelabra right there and right there. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. I think that's pretty nice enough. All right, and then once we get the shop running, we'll decorate it. But for right now, we're going to keep working on those orders. And once we have enough of these research points, emblems, whatever you want to call them, then we'll unlock the store and then get to work on that. Okay, another order complete. We got a new floor type. We have the nice checkerboard tile or chessboard tile, whichever you want to call it. And we also get a new blueprint from doing these cleavers here. So I think we're going to focus on that because we need blueprints to do these other orders. Let's go and choose that. We want to upgrade these cleavers, and we do have enough points to do that. So we're going to go and upgrade those just so we get more emblems from making that order. Can I prioritize an order, or do they just kind of go in? They just kind of go in order there, yeah. I think they just kind of work on whatever they want to work on. I don't think there's a prioritization system, which I can see them adding that to the game at some point. Let's go ahead and refill our storage here. Perfect. And we're looking pretty nice across the board. So now that we've got more seats outside, and we definitely do make enough to pay our new hires, then let's go and get one more blacksmith. Let's just go for one more. And I want one that's going to be able to smith pretty well. Yeah, I like Lucinda here. Earns design points 20% slower. That's fine. You're not going to be working on design, so I think we're going to be safe to hire you on. And now we have hire 10 staff as our next achievement on Steam. There we go. And we also have the ability to unlock the store, so let's go and do that. You have 40, but you need 125. You wish to use 40 and then 85 to unlock. So it looks like actually they're still 1-to-1. So we just use these to help go towards, you know, what is it, the research. So let's go ahead and click that. So store and racks help. Besides crafting items from merchant offers, you can also sell them in your own store to earn passive profit. Blacksmiths will craft items, assistants will display them on racks, and customers will come to buy. Step 1, buy rocks. Buy racks. I almost said rocks. Ugh, geez. English is hard. Choose what display on each rack, buy checkout counter, and then hire a cashier. All right, perfect. This is what I'm going to get to today, so that's what we're going to work on. Like I said, we want to make sure that these smiths, I don't want them coming outside here. So what we're probably going to do is we need to move these chests. And I don't know where the best place to move these chests to are, because I like the setup we have going here, but moving them inside here is just going to mess up the flow. You know, we can have them come out here. I mean, it's fine. It works. We'll work with it. We also have some upgrading to do, so let's go ahead and get you your smithing up. We'll do that. Perfect. And then we also have, yep, new stuff in the store. We have all of the proper things to work on this. Now, where am I going to put the counter? I think I might put it over here. Kind of have a counter area. See, is it okay? So counters right here. So we can have multiple counters if we want to. So I think I have like one here, one here. I think that would be nice. Granted, that would block our whole thing with, you know, hey, go look at the blacksmiths and see what they're doing. So I might have this like back here by the staff area, maybe. So you can kind of like, while you're waiting in line, you can see what the researchers are doing. Yeah, I think I kind of like that. So we'll have that as the staff area. And do we need 2 counters? Absolutely not. Am I going to put 2 counters? Absolutely. So we'll have 2 counters there for now. We'll have the storefront be there. You can kind of go check out over here. We need to light this area up a little bit, but we'll figure that out. So what am I going to do with these chests? Well, I honestly don't know. Let's pause once we are able to, so that people aren't working with them. And where am I going to put them? Because we could put them here, but that messes up with the flow of traffic, and I really don't want to do that. We can have them here, but the blacksmiths are going to be coming in and out, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Right now, I think I'll put them against this wall until I can figure out what I want to do. Ideally, yeah, like I said, I want them here. I don't know. I'm going to think about this for a second and see what I need to do. Okay, so we finished the 10th day. And I've kind of readjusted a little bit. I've kind of pushed everything back a little bit. It's a little crowded. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of tight back here. We may have to move things, different floors, etc., etc. And then, of course, you know, I've messed up all of the organization of everything. It's fine. We'll work with it. I'm going to kind of move this stuff. I'm going to kind of leave this stuff right here. And the iron ingot is honestly in the way as well. But it's fine. We'll kind of put it on this back wall for right now. Someone's currently using it, so no, I won't. I need you guys to stop using that if you don't mind. So I'm going to just yoink that from me if you don't mind. And we'll put that there. So I've kind of reorganized this because It's going to flow just a little bit better. I don't know why you guys are all using this side of it, but it's fine. They're going to kind of go wherever the iron is. But yeah, I added a wall here. I pushed these back just a tab, and then I've added this. This is eventually going to be like a storage area, and then of course we have our researching area. And then you can still kind of look and see what people are doing. It's not as close, but you can still see, you know? And that was my goal. So the blacksmiths, they can kind of go in here. The haulers can come in here and grab what they need to from these 2 chests. And that way it still works out fairly well. So next is the store, getting some shelves and stuff set up, making this look nice because there's a whole new thing now. We have your store attracts approximately 0 customers. So, you know, we want to see here, store info. There's a lot here. Short of it is the better your decorations, the more that they will consider buying. You can see customer bonus from decorations of value. They can kind of see that right there. I'm not entirely sure what all these numbers are at the moment. I'm sure it'll make more sense when we actually customers come in and I can actually see those numbers move. We also have a objective complete. I'm also going to collect the club here and work on it. And then I'm going to go get the storage decorated. So, you know, we need our basic stuff. So like this is dishware. This is kind of like dishware. This is like dishware and I guess clay pots and stuff like that. So, you know, I think we'll have, you know, kind of shelves. I don't know why. Let's figure out. I'm going to like, you know, some of these shelves you kind of see in the middle. So I really hate that this is not the center anymore, but it's fine. It'll work. So we'll have like, you know, shelves kind of in the middle here as you walk in. Maybe have them long ways. Trying to figure out what the flow is going to be here. So, you know, let's have a shelf there. Let's have a shelf there. Oh, I don't like that flow, though. It doesn't flow very well, does it? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to toy with this for a second, and then I'll kind of show you guys what I come up with. Okay, so I've kind of come up with a little bit of a layout here. I underestimated how much space we kind of need. So, like, we have our weapons area over here. This is all where our weapons are going to go. Then we have kind of like standard cutlery and pottery kind of here in the center, and then you got, of course, your checkout lines here. So that's kind of what style I'm going for at the moment. Things are definitely kind of out of order, at least the way I want it to be. Like, you know, we can have a nice looking rug here. Actually, yeah, that looks kind of, actually looks pretty good. We have like a circular rug back here in the corner, just because we're looking through the weapons, something like that. Actually, I think I want blue colors. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with blue colors. I like blue. Blue's one of my favorite colors, so we're gonna go do that. I think we'll have like a blue rug there. And, you know, we'll have actually rugs for our employees to stand on as they're working. So I think that would be kind of nice. They're not going to be... Actually, you know what? We can use a long rug as well. Or better yet... Ah, yes. That's perfect. So, yeah, so they don't have to stand on the wood floor all day. That would be pretty decent. And then, you know, we'll have like maybe a circular rug back here in the corner. I think that'd be kind of cool. So yeah, decoration-wise, I think that's good. I kind of put a plant here and there. I think we have a little bit more room to put some plants, maybe. Kinda. It's a tight fit. You know, maybe we can have like a plant right here, a plant right there. You might hit your head on it. Yeah, I mean that's definitely head height if you're walking through. So yeah, just for the sake of realism, let's not do that. You can see our customer bonus from decoration value. I think we get a bonus. I think we're getting like 75. Let's see, what are we getting here? So I think as it goes up, so plus 15 for purchase racks. So you attract 25 customers per day. So what happens if we get to that 6,000 mark, I wonder? Oh, we're poor. Okay, well, never mind. Let's go ahead and pick what we want here. So standard stuff, we'll have like butcher's knives here. And we'll have regular knives here. So we'll have like our knives and stuff. We'll have some, you know, tankards and goblets. And actually, I think what I'm going to do, you know, no, that's fine. On this shelf, we can have, let's just say scoops. Sure, we'll have some scoops on that shelf there. What do we want here? Let's go maces, axes, clubs, and then we'll save these for later. We don't really have anything right now. Some workers are still busy. No, let's not do that. So let's go ahead and hit play. We're out of money. Oh, wait, I didn't think about that. We have to pay at the end of the day, don't we? Ooh. Or did we already do that? I think we already did our wages for the day, right? I think so. I think our wages are fine. Let's hope our wages are fine. Because we may have a mass layoff here in a second. Start next day. Okay, no, we did pay our, okay, we're just in the negative. That's fine. We can deal with that. We'll definitely make our money back. We are gonna put, you know, extra stuff here when we have it, when we're not doing orders. So like, we'll definitely work on our maces and stuff like that if we have them. So, I wonder what they prioritize first. If they prioritize mesas or, I'm sorry, stuff that goes in the store, if they have stuff that goes into our orders. We'll have to see, but right now I think they're just gonna get to work. Got a pretty good workshop going on here. We have our new store going. Oh, right. That's important. We need to hire a merchant, which we don't have the money to do. We really need to have some of these orders complete, don't we? All right, well, until we get that, I don't think we're going to be making any, hiring anyone and making our store run. Man, I'm just fumbling over all of my words today. It's fine. Anyway, Iron Goblet. Let's go and do that, I think. Yeah, we'll go for the Iron Goblet. We'll do 60 points towards that. And then, of course, we do have some upgrades we can make to our people. And let's just go carpentry up because that is what you're focusing on. There we go. All right. So fast forward a little bit, let them do their work, hopefully make some money, and then we'll hopefully get a merchant to get into our store. Okay, we have thankfully finished one of our orders and we're back in the positive, and we also get a new blueprint. Let's go ahead and select a new offer. We get another new blueprint or just some bonus cash. Some bonus cash would be awesome right now. So I think I'm going to go for that. Yeah, let's go for some bonus cash. We'll complete that order. We do have a new blueprint we can pick from. So what do we want? We could do for the longbow, which I know we do have an order for that. So I think I'm going to go for the longbow. Yeah, go and pick that. There we go. All right, so a new order that we can do. And we could... Oh, actually, the longbow's gone now. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Oh, well, that's fine. I guess some orders eventually go away if you can't do them, which is, I guess, nice so you don't accidentally get locked out of something. They just eventually go away so you get new ones that you can do. So, oh, that's good. All right, so we have a bow rack. We don't have any bows just yet, so we're going to hold off on that because right now I need to have a merchant. Do we have enough to buy, get a cashier? Our cashier? We can have 2 of them. All right, so what are these stats? We don't really know what these are yet. I guess I'll have to wait. Would like someone kind of well-rounded. Chatting, sparkle. So we have communication status 20% higher, lower. I'm just going to go with the higher wage. I'm not too worried about the higher wages, so I think I'm going to pick Albert. He's kind of well-rounded. He has a good communication stat, so let's go and pick Albert. And I'm not going to hire another one right now. I need to see kind of how things go. And we also really don't have anything to sell either, so Albert's just going to be standing there like, I'm getting paid to just kind of sit here and wait for things to happen. So good on you, Albert. Let's go and upgrade the bow. Actually, we'll wait for the tankard because I think we do have a tankard objective that we want to do, so let's go ahead and get enough points for it. We're looking at 60 points, so we're at 47. Our guys are hard at work back here and making a ton of research points for us. We also have, what, something new? Oh, no, I just haven't clicked on it. There we go. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to let these... Okay, some cashiers don't have checkout counters don't have cashiers. That's fine, I know that. There are no blacksmiths crafting items for racks. Oh, so we actually have to designate someone to craft things for racks. One of your racks doesn't have any items to display. So if I click on a blacksmith... most expensive versus cheapest first. Level up strategy. Change. Oh, I see. So, craft for racks. Is there anything can I do both? Interesting. Okay, so we want blacksmiths that work on racks then. Huh. Well, orders are very important, but I think we can yeah, we can give up one, I think. So let's say, we have one work on, it's going to cut down on our completing our orders, but I think that's fine. We'll have the highest points working on our orders. And we'll have Norman here. So he'll work on wood stuff. I think we've selected some wood things to sell, so we'll change that. And we'll say craft for racks. And then we'll pick one of the lower blacksmiths here. And we'll say Digel work for racks as well. Craft for racks so that we can actually sell some stuff. I think that'll work for right now. Yeah. We have 4 working for merchants, 2 working for racks. Yeah, we'll try that for a little bit and see how that works out. So we'll let our storefront get built out. Granted, the day's about to end, so there is that to consider. Honestly, we need more blacksmiths already. We need to expand a lot. We need the 2nd floor. And looking at our research, it's going to be a while. Yeah, it's going to be a while. So right now, I think we're okay. We may need to take up some of our space, like storage space. I don't think we need that much storage space, so we can go ahead and maybe do some other smithing. Maybe need to reorganize, maybe build out this way and actually utilize this space. So I may have to reorganize the entire store again. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of happy with the store right now, but If we have to adjust, we'll adjust. Okay, so now we have the chance to get super workers. Occasionally, you will get the chance to hire a worker within 2 positive traits. Yeah, we're gonna go unlock that because that can help us out a lot. And what we can do is we can go to hire and we can go to blacksmiths. And so far, nothing. We could refresh for 25. Sure, let's go for it. All right, so here we go. Attracts 1% more customers and eats iron ingots faster while using the furnace. We're not gonna hire you just yet, but that is good to know. We also have an order completed, so we actually get some extra money, which is great. We also have 16 hours remaining to complete this. Is there a priority? Default priority. Okay, yeah, that one is important. Y'all focus on that one. I'm glad there is a priority thing. I know early in this episode, I'm like, hey, how do I get priority? We figured it out, don't worry. Let's go and get a new blueprint there. We don't have any, you don't have enough materials, that's fine. I actually need to make sure that we restock on stuff. There we go, all right. So, today we actually made profit, which is good. We can pay our people. That's always important. And we'll start the next day. And we actually can see we have goblets on our counters now. So we just need to fill out our store here so there's actually stuff to sell. And hopefully we'll make some extra money from it. Okay, so we actually have our first customers coming in. You can see them here. They're looking around. They're not buying. Oh, that guy bought a goblet. There you go. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. There we go. Our first sale achievement. Very good. Awesome. So we actually have people shopping around. I love to see it. He's kind of thinking about it. I'm assuming you're gonna buy probably a knife, if I had to guess. You're thinking about it. Is there people that can steal from your store? Is that a thing? Oh no, okay. He just kind of walked out. That's fine. We have our guy kind of walking through. He's unfortunately got a... Oh, he actually stores... Okay, he stocks shelf, so we actually have scoops. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Oh, I like this, man. All right, so we actually got our store up and running. Happy with that. We also have our orders going. Orders are going to go by a little bit slower, but that's okay. As long as we're making some sort of profit. We can see here we attract approximately 55 customers, which I think is really good, especially for a store as small as this. So, want to get some extra weapons on the racks. But yeah, for right now, happy. Store's looking good. One thing I'm actually gonna do is I'm actually gonna put a bow rack in here. There's no reason for us not to have one. So our wood, our carpenter is actually making bows. So I think having one, kind of right here at the entrance to the, I guess the weapons area, that'd be kind of cool. We'll just put it right there. You have some bows in the center there. Not too bad to navigate. I think we're looking pretty good. Not too bad, if I do say so myself. All right, so everyone's busy at work. We do have some cashier counters that aren't doing anything. Of course, we're trying to get our stocks going. We have plenty of goblets, it looks like. So I think they work on anything that, can be stocked. So we do have that. We're going to, of course, say bows go there. And of course, we want some new weapons, but we need to unlock those blueprints before we do that. But yeah, we can see our contracts are going okay. We need to check to make sure that our timed contract is going fine. We have 30. Oh, yeah, we're not going to make it. Oh, man. No extra cash. I didn't notice that. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and say cancel the offer. Unfortunately, we're just not going to make that. And we need to make a new one. Ooh, we get some banners or a bookshelf. Oh, I think I like the idea of a bookshelf. I'm going to pick that. Good decoration. A little bit lower on the money, but that's fine. And we've sold 10 items in the shop. Awesome. Good to hear. So that is kind of where we're at with Blacksmith Master. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We've made a ton of progress. We've expanded our blacksmith area. We've expanded or actually got the shop running. And we completed a bunch of contracts. Next time, I think we're going to focus on getting the oak forest unlocked and maybe do our first new area. The iron mine as well. I think there's some new stuff that wasn't in the demo. And these are separate areas to where we're at now. We're going to see what that is like on setting it up. Otherwise, like I said, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please let me know down below. Otherwise, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you always for spending some of your time here, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.